So this is me on Cretaceous Center again, and today we'll be doing something a little different, but it's still with dinosaurs. Today we'll be comparing and doing a fight between the specimen, the largest specimen of all time for a T-Rex, Sue, the largest specimen of the T-Rex, and then Rexy from Jurassic Park, something, yeah. So let's get to it. We'll be using different terms to determine who will be the winners, and whoever gets the most important term of the battle wins. We'll be doing a battle at the end. It might not look as epic as you expect from other videos, but please stick around and subscribe. Mostly, just subscribe and like to my videos. Okay. The first term is size. Now, when we talk about size, let's also talk about length. The T-Rex has been a frame display for lots of years. Frame display is predicted to be around 7 tons, 7 to 6 tons, or 6 to 7. It was Rexy was about a 44-foot long specimen in the Jurassic World franchise, in Jurassic World, which makes her really big. In the last movie, which is in Jurassic World Dominion, she weighed around 8 or 9 tons to 9 tons, which is pretty heavy compared to lots of big carnivorous dinosaurs. Rexy, yes, we already mentioned she was 40 feet long, which is around as big as a bus. But one thing that makes her something is she's skinnier than Sue. Okay, now let's go to Sue. A T-Rex, the largest specimen, growing up to 42 feet in length, almost as big as Rexy, but not quite. Like a lot of T-Rex, your bulk, like a regular T-Rex, the T-Rex skeletons are proved to be a little more meant to be. The chunky and robust builds make it more durable and have more stamina. We'll talk about it later. But now, how heavy is Sue? Sue is around 10.5 tons, which is heavier than 2 elephants, which is pretty big. That is half the weight of the largest mammal that lived on Earth, the Paleolocodon. But we don't want to mention about mammals. We were mentioning about the T-Rex. Now, who wins in size? Now, Rexy is longer by a bit, and Sue is a little heavier. So, if we get the two, who wins? Well, if we can't explain it, we'll have to do a draw. Next term. Melee weaponry. In fights, sometimes you get the edge either for having better weapons or defenses. T-Rexes were very vulnerable to the herbivores' defensive attacks, so we'll only do melee weaponry, no body armor and stuff. Now, there's always one distinctive feature T-Rexes share, which is the jaws. But we'll compare whose teeth is bigger. If we open the jaws of these massive mouths, we can see that Sue's teeth are a little bigger. But why is that? The developers of the Jurassic World franchise actually made the teeth a little skinnier and thinner to make it look more ferocious than the actual designs. So, who do we give melee weaponry to? But wait, there's more. Speed can also matter at this moment. The T-Rex could accelerate at a fast rate and possibly even bump Sue out. But who would win? Well, the T-Rex from Jurassic World is a little... Well, so we'll give this to the T-Rex in Jurassic World. Bite effectiveness. Let's compare whose jaw are bigger and whose are scarier. Sue's jaws are pretty big, though, and she has a sheer bite force of 12,000 psi. But what about Rexy? Well, because of the jaw changes, Rexy is actually adjusted from 12,000 psi to around 5,000 to 6,000 psi, which is not good if you have to think about it. So, who wins in bite effectiveness? Well, Sue's teeth are great for crushing bones and stuffy stuff like that, but Rexy's bite is more for tearing flesh. So we'll have to give this a tie. Senses. In the movie, there is one thing that T-Rex lacks to fail. If senses... No, I'm not kidding. Like, literally. If the victim is not moving, like, at all, the T-Rex won't even notice him and possibly run away to find a bigger threat. Sometimes he needs his other senses, like smell, just to track him, which is not helpful, but there might be something why. The T-Rex has a blunt spot in the front, and his eyes are facing forward. So technically, the T-Rex is sometimes blinded by this curved spot because, well, he can't really see it. So, on to Sue. Sue is a natural T-Rex, but she can obviously see if you're moving. Sue's eyes always face forward. And she has forward vision, keeping an angle of 55 degrees. The T-Rex's vision is far superior than its relatives. More than eagles, more than crocodiles, and has one of the best senses of smell in the whole world. But it's slightly weaker than the house cat. That might seem a little funny, but moving on. The T-Rex's eyesight is just more than... It can see super far distances like an eagle, having vision 3 times further than a human can see. A human can never see. So who wins in senses? Well, because of Rexy's lack of seeing stuff that is not moving, so we have to give this one to Sue. Silence. Now there's another thing Rexy fails to lack: being quiet. Yeah, that's right. You know how we said that the T-Rex can't necessarily see the things that aren't moving? Yeah, this is where the roar comes in. The roar helps to startle its prey, so to making it into running away, so the T-Rex can catch it. Now, this is also some failures that the T-Rex is too loud that people can easily warn them, which is unpleasant, and the T-Rex for some reason always does that. And it's also Thunderous Stomp. Anyone can recognize a T-Rex coming this way with Thunderous Stomp. Okay. And now, Sue. Now, Sue, it might seem a little, a lot, what is it called? Louder, but T-Rex is actually soft tissues to make it not as quiet as it actually should be. So for silence, we have to give this to Sue. It's pretty obvious. Intelligence. Now, Rexy is a full-grown T-Rex, but there is one, and she is pretty smart. But sometimes she fails to dodge attacks and stuff. Yeah, things like that. But she is intelligent in trying to startle a prey to make them move. But that's pretty smart, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, now for Sue. Sue, well, T-Rex is, Sue is pretty intelligent. T-Rexes are intelligent, but I don't necessarily know the intelligence part, so we'll just give it a tie. Oh wait, but T-Rexes are good problem solvers, trying to solve problems. T-Rexes tried. A T-Rex could be. Let's just say this: if a T-Rex were to encounter an elephant, the T-Rex would know more. If it gets hit by the tusk several times, it will know more to rip the tusk off, which is pretty intelligent of T-Rex. But Rexy here is also smart. Rexy, in some of the movies, Rexy learns to help out the dinosaurs to take on our problems, like teaming up with Blue to take on the Indominus and using the Therizinosaurus to help him take on the Giga. So who wins? Well, we aren't sure, so let's just give this a tie. Speed and agility. In the movie, we saw something pretty cool, actually. Oh yeah, it was pretty cool. Car chase. The T-Rex was outpacing the car, almost trying to eat it, but it didn't. But it was almost close to eating Malcolm. So that was pretty fast, but it's not that agile. See, if you notice, the T-Rex always gets shoved by taller carnivores not dodging their attacks, which I don't know why the T-Rex is not doing that, but okay. But that's not for Sue. Sue and other T-Rexes have a special hip design that makes them allowed to turn sharp turns quicker and more sharp than the movie T-Rex ever did. So one is on speed and one is on agility. Well, the T-Rex Rexy can run about 25 miles per hour, but some searches conducted that she could run a 32. Although lots of T-Rex specimens only could reach speeds around 12 miles per hour. So who wins? Well, gonna have to do this tie again. Yeah, okay, now we have all our data. So let's give out the results. Sue having the edge on bite effectiveness, silence, and Rex had the edge on, and Rexy has the edge on melee weaponry. Both are equal in speed and agility and body size. Now let's get to the battle. Sue sees the T-Rex and decides to plant a trap, but Rexy sees Sue. She accelerates and opens her mouth. Sue is still on guard. Bites the neck. That's 6 to 7 tons of pressure on Rexy. Rexy doesn't know what to do. She's trying to shake off. She bites. She gets whipped off. Makes a hit turn. Bites just now. Rexy bites Sue by the neck. Sue is not giving up, like, at all. Rexy does an ultimate. They both charge in. Sue makes a hip turn, bites the neck. The T-Rex is laying on the ground. Sue lands a hideous bite for it, causing lots of blood loss and death for Rexy. So in this simulation, Sue got the far superior edge on Rexy. But why? Well, bite effectiveness was the most important thing of this battle. Why? The one who had the more effective bite was the one who had greater suffering. And without body armor, it would have been harder to not penetrate the skin. But so that proves today that sometimes nature can be just as dangerous as in the cinematic universe. This is Cretaceous Center, which all you know. And currently I only have 20 subscribers, which is... So I want you to please subscribe to me. If you love dinosaurs, subscribe. You can comment my videos whether you like them or not. And if you like them, well, subscribe. I'm one of those. Bye. See you next time on Cretaceous Center.